Diversity is incredibly important, incredibly. Not only am I African American, but I'm female. So diversity and inclusion is pretty much like everything, because as an African American and as a woman, I'm always put last by the entire world. So I'm very much mindful of that. I have 4 boys and a husband, so I'm the only female in the house. So I'm always in a constant, just by default, constant awareness of how our society, even my children talk. So they might say, don't whine like a girl. And that's my moment to say, well, I'm the only girl in here and I'm not whining. So, I pick up on and I hear differently and see differently because I'm surrounded by boys and I live in a male society. I'm constantly aware of how included we have not been, or how important diversity. I've always had Spanish friends and white friends, always. So, and I mean like people who are connected to their heritage. So I've always seen the importance of a diversity, because when I went to my white friend's house or my Spanish friend's house, they did things differently than me and my whole family. So I always would learn, how different cultures did the same thing and sometimes even did it better than I did.
Diversity means that there are so many of us of all different shapes and colors and religions and nationalities, and yet we are still all one. We are all special, we're all unique, but we're all in this together and we're stronger together. And so we need to love each other.
Diversity means, simply to me, everybody is diverse. Even within the same culture, there is diversity. And inclusion means recognizing that, yes, there are differences in everybody, but that's okay. Let's honor those.
Diversity means having a spread of all people from all walks of life, and inclusion means allowing anybody to be with you at any point in time, and it allows you to include the others to be with you.
Diversity means, in a bowl of Cheerios, one Fruit Loop does not mean diversity to me. Diversity to me means a variety of different cereals, people from mixed races, people, who are white and black and Hispanic and Asian, everyone from every continent, to me.
I teach American literature, and inclusion and diversity are taught all throughout that subject area. If we didn't have those things, they would have never put us in a situation where we're surrounded by different people or around different people. It's very important that people feel comfortable with everybody. We need to include everybody. We need to not hate people. We need to not feel as if we are threatened by others. I tell people all the time, unfortunately, we are run in a world where power is everything. And I have it hanging in my classroom. I live by the quote from Jimi Hendrix, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And I live by those words. It's so true.
Diversity is very important to me. I think the only way that the country can grow, we can move forward, is having people who don't think or act like me. I need diversity, ideas, opinions, and thoughts. And that way we can all come together and select the best ideas for our country or whatever.
Diversity to me is a concept that includes the allowing of every person to be their unique and individual self, the acceptance of everyone and whatever they bring to their life, and the willingness to say that we don't need to agree, but we can love and honor and respect one another for who we are and create a safe space to allow that person to be who they need to be.
Everyone's obviously different, but it's important for you to include everyone and everything and just be a tolerant person, because making people feel left out can cause them to get depressed and to just feel unwanted. And that's how some of these kids get depressed, and then they act out on their emotions.
Never let anyone sit alone, because if you're sitting alone, then you feel kind of lonely and sad and it doesn't feel good, and you never know what's going on. So you should always go, because it doesn't hurt to be friendly. All it does is do good, so you should do it.
Inclusion means not seeing color, not seeing economic status, not seeing anything except for somebody's soul.
Understanding that everybody in the world is not the same, and being able to include them and be okay with it. I mean, that's what peace means to me.
Diversity, the world is filled with diverse people. Every situation, whether you go to the store, to a restaurant, there's all different cultures around, but we're all one human being. So that's a diverse and inclusion. We just got to include everybody in everything we do. No matter if you know the person or you don't know the person, just be friendly, say hi, how you doing, and just be you.
Be understanding of everyone and be tolerant and be kind to everyone, because not only will it make other people happy and everyone will be happy together and coexist, but it'll just make the world so much of a better place if everyone got along and did stuff for one another.
Inclusion means holding out your hand for someone else, inviting them to be part of your group, including them and not shutting them out, not making them feel alone or lonely, letting them know that you're there and that they have someone to turn to, someone to talk to. Just being a good friend and a good human being.